So hey Lawn Care Nation, as you can see behind me, I've got a bunch of new goodies to show you guys. So recently I had the opportunity to partner up with Kress North America to test out and show off their new line of commercial grade battery operated equipment. Now I know in our industry a lot of tools come and go, and the term game changing is thrown around a lot, but this Cress stuff truly is the definition of game changing, and I'll tell you why. For the past 10 years, Cress has been developing a proprietary lithium ion battery. So it boasts superior thermal protection for these batteries, meaning that they don't overheat. With Cress's thermal management not allowing the batteries to overheat, that means as soon as you put it on the charger, it starts to accept the charge immediately, which means that in the end, you're going to be able to get back to work a lot quicker and not have to wait for those batteries to recharge as long. So in this video, I wanted to just briefly go around each of the tools that they sent me, and then I'll go out on my own lawn and use them for the first time and check them out. So let's get started. Okay, so these are all the tools and batteries that they sent me. You can see a nice selection of tools to be able to get through an entire day using battery powered equipment. I did have a choice of which tools I wanted. And I selected their full commercial 21-inch battery operated lawnmower. I selected a 16-inch commercial string trimmer, their stick edger, as well as their backpack blower. This thing has some very impressive specifications. And then to round it out, you guys know that I love handheld blowers. Unfortunately, they don't have a handheld blower in their full commercial line, but they also do have a prosumer line. So I selected their 850 CFM handheld from the prosumer line. Along with the tools, they sent me a charger for their prosumer line with a couple of their 60 volt 5 amp hour batteries. For their commercial line, they sent me a couple of their 4 amp hour full commercial batteries, along with 2 of their 11 amp hour large, I call them suitcase style batteries, and their full commercial rapid charger. This thing is absolutely fantastic. So let's briefly go over each of the tools and take a look at them. Okay, so first let's talk about the heart of this system, and that's the Kress CyberPack batteries. These things are absolutely amazing. It's what they've been working on for so many years now, and what makes them so different again is that thermal technology, that thermal protection that doesn't allow these batteries to overheat, and that results in much quicker recharge times and phenomenal lifespans of these batteries. So just for comparison's sake, you might have noticed I've got another battery and charger here. This is Echo's 5 amp hour battery and charger from their commercial DLM 2100 self-propelled mower, and just for comparative sake, that's a 5 amp hour battery. The Cress small batteries here, these are 4 amp hour battery. They're 240 watt hours, which is a more accurate way to compare batteries. That battery there, when converted, is 280 watt hours, so technically a little bit larger capacity of a battery. And for just comparative sake, that battery there with the regular charger that is included takes 150 minutes to recharge. This Cress 4 amp hour 240 watt hour battery with their rapid charger, their commercial charger that you can get, takes 12 minutes to recharge. So a huge difference there. Even with Echo's optional rapid charger, it still takes 75 minutes for that 5 amp hour battery to charge. Cress's largest 11 amp hour battery only takes 24 minutes to recharge when using the plugged in rapid charger. Now, what I don't have displayed here is their cyber tank system, which is essentially a large storage battery that you would mount in your truck or trailer. You would plug that in overnight. It comes in different sizes, different battery capacities. So with that cyber tank system that is not shown here, because you basically charge it overnight and you've converted the alternating current that you have at your home to direct current or DC current that batteries use, that energy is available immediately for the batteries. So during the course of the day, when you're using a battery, if it runs out, because of that thermal management, the batteries don't get hot, they'll accept the charge right away. And because you have DC current already available in that storage battery, you pop these on, and that's where you're going to see this 8-minute cyber system, where these batteries will recharge in 8 minutes. So that means long gone are the days with battery operated tools, with needing to have half a dozen or a dozen batteries with you throughout the day to be able to get through the entire day. With that cyber tank system, you would be able to essentially run your whole day with just 2 of these batteries, and as one battery dies, you pop it on the charger mounted in the truck. It's going to charge that in 8 minutes, and while you're doing that, you've got your second battery that you can go out and do your work with. So perfect for large lawn care companies that have tons and tons of lawns that you're getting through a day. If you're doing like 30, 40, 50 lawns in a day, that cyber tank system is fantastic. If you, for smaller lawn care companies, having a handful of the Cress batteries with the rapid charger is something that I'm going to be testing out to see how feasible it is to get through the entire day with a limited set of batteries. So with all of the Cress batteries, you're going to notice a unique feature. They all have a dust filter here that is removable, and that's part of that thermal management, as it's pulling in air to cool and keep those batteries cool. As this clogs up over time, gets dirty over time, you can pull them off and actually wash them, let them dry, and put them back on. All of the batteries are going to feature some sort of a dust cover on them to help in that cooling. That is removable and washable if you need to. The other thing you're going to notice on these batteries is a little Bluetooth symbol on the battery. So not only do they have sort of the onboard charge level indicator, but there's Bluetooth as well, and that's because you can monitor all of the Cress batteries and tools with a Cress commercial app on your phone. It's going to keep track of charge levels. It's going to keep track of the lifespan of those batteries, how many times you've used those batteries, as well as the tools. Everything in the Cress commercial line, you'll notice, has a QR code on it that you can scan and add to the app to keep track of. Also has some anti-theft features with that included, which is very, very cool. I haven't even begun to scratch the surface with the Cress commercial app and what it's able to do, but very, very cool technology. So with the rapid charger that they have here, you can see it's quite a hefty looking unit. It's about the size of a small cooler. You'll notice that it's got 2 mounting positions. It's got an outside rail and an inside rail. That is to fit the 2 different size batteries. So these smaller batteries would fit the inside rail, just like that, and then the outside rail is to fit the larger suitcase batteries like I have on this side. So this charger is able to do 2 batteries sequentially, so you can put 2 batteries on it and it'll charge the first battery. When it's done, it'll charge the second battery. So as mentioned previously, all of the batteries are interchangeable, whether they're the prosumer or the commercial grade batteries. The commercial grade batteries, though, are going to give you those incredible recharge times and that Bluetooth connectivity and tracking in the app. Some of the tools, like the lawnmower and the backpack blower, you'll notice on the back there, it's got those 2 different rails, so you can use the different size batteries in both of those tools. With the string trimmer and the edger, It's really meant just for the smaller batteries, but they do have a backpack harness. If you want to use the large 11 amp hour battery, put it on your back, and then it's got a wired cord that would go to the string trimmer or the edger so that you can get really extended run times. If you've got like a large property or something like that that you need to have that extra capacity with you while you're using it. So on the prosumer side, for the handheld blower, they're regular prosumer batteries. These are 60 volt batteries. Again, these will work in any of the tools, and these are they're 5 amp hour batteries, and use either a 5 amp charger or a 3 amp charger, depending on what you want there. So with these batteries, you get the charge indicator on the back, but these don't have the Bluetooth technology or tracking that the commercial batteries do. Easy to designate between the two. The standard prosumer batteries have this silver and black casing, a nice metal casing, and the commercial grade batteries are all in that red color and all clearly say commercial on the sides of them. So let's start off with the Kress 21-inch commercial lawnmower. Very attractive mower. Reminds me a lot of the Honda HRC 216 in its color scheme, with the sort of charcoal gray metal deck, and then the black and red on the motor and the handles and all that sort of stuff. Looks very nice. This mower comes with the bag. It also comes with a mulch plug included. It's got a couple of different options here. The handle is foldable. You can fold the handle over, but it also comes with a couple of bolts that if you don't want to do that, you can put those bolts through here and keep it in a fixed position like a lot of standard commercial mowers have. I'm going to run this with the folding handle just to see. Very easy to do with the handle. You basically just pull these little tabs, turn them sideways, and then it allows you to fold the handle up very easily and put it in different positions. You can fold the handle completely over that way if you like. You can also put it in a completely upward position. You can see the holes there, but essentially you would just pull it up and pull the little tabs there and be able to fold the handle to whatever position you want. Also has 3 different height positions that you can adjust that handle to very easily. So really great option, especially if you're going to be using this with crews and have multiple people of multiple different heights, to be able to quickly adjust the handle height. So on the operator side, you can see it's got the blade engagement, it's got the self-propel bail, and it's got a operator sort of controls here. You've got a power button to turn it on, a start button to get the unit going. You can adjust your power level and also your self-propel speed. From a walking to a running there, you can just adjust that by turning that there. And then it's got a nice display screen here that's going to give you your battery level in different lights, whether the Bluetooth is connected, and then your 2 different power levels, your low sort of power saving mode, and then the full full power mode of this particular unit. The other nice feature is the height adjustment system on this unit. So it's got the front and rear are independently adjustable. So you can have the front different from the rear, and it's all done with just a single point height adjustment on the left side of the mower when standing behind it. So you've got this lever here that will adjust the height on both rear wheels, and this lever here that will adjust the height on both front wheels. So very, very convenient height adjustment system. The construction here of the height adjustment system is all metal, as is the deck. The wheels have a nice rubber tread on them, ball bearing wheels, very high quality. The overall fit and finish of this unit is absolutely spectacular. No little wrinkles or issues or anything on this unit. It's actually very top quality, and what I'd typically expect or associate with a German designed product. So if we flip the unit over and take a look at the bottom side of it, You can see the bottom of the deck there. Again, all steel construction on it, all the way to the front of the deck there. No plastic or anything underneath these working bits. You've got all nice solid steel construction, so I'm really liking that. There's a plastic cover over the transmission, but everything else in here is all steel, all metal, and looks fantastic. While I got this on its side, you can see a very unique feature that I noticed on this unit is on the bagger system itself. It's got a vent here, or a little flap or pocket. I guess this is to allow dust to be directed down towards the ground. You know, in those dry, dusty conditions, when typically mowing, you're going to get clouds of dust coming out the rear. You get covered in dust, and this is going to mitigate that. It's completely solid on the back, so all of that breathable mesh is under here. So just a fantastic design as well. It's going to allow all that air to flow and then direct all that debris down towards the ground, anything that's escaping out of the bag. So again, full ball bearings on all of the wheels, nice and quiet on the front. The rear, of course, are attached to transmission, so you're going to hear a little bit of noise on them as you try to spin them. But again, just absolutely fantastic. Lots of details looked at. Another air vent here on the side that can be removed and cleaned for, I guess, drawing in air into the motor and keeping things cool. Okay, to load the batteries in this unit, very simple. You just open up the rear door here. You can see the two different track sizes that I talked about before, an inner track and an outer track to fit the two different size batteries. So for the smaller 4 amp hour batteries, you just line up the battery in the center there and it snaps in place and you're good to go. Slide it out. And for the larger 11 amp hour battery, put it in place, slide it in there, close the door, and you're good to go. So this is the Cress commercial backpack blower. This thing has some very impressive specifications, which is one of the reasons I wanted to select this one and you know, be able to test it out over the long term and see how it performs. For comparative sake, in terms of gas backpack blowers, this unit would sit right between a Echo PB770T and their 9010 model. So as you can see, according to the specs, this is a very capable unit. Should have plenty of power to do even some of the biggest leaf cleanups, all on battery. So absolutely looking forward to testing this unit out. As you can see here as well, it's got that 2-track system to fit their different battery sizes. So let's pop some batteries on and see how that looks. So again, for their smaller batteries, it just fits in the center track and would sit like that. And then for the larger battery, for those large leaf cleanups, it would sit like that, right on the back of it. So very, very impressive that you have multiple battery options to run the backpack blower. So as you can see here, it's got a lot of nice features. Very large air intake on the side for the fan to produce all those CFMs. It's got a very neat little hook feature on one of the shoulder straps that you can hook into the tube for easier storage so that the tube isn't dangling around or hanging out. Very, very neat to see that. I haven't seen that on any of the gas backpack blowers that I've used. Again, on the handle side here, this is a tube throttle style blower. You've got your power button, your different power settings, and then it's got that same nice little screen that the mower had, which is sort of a common theme amongst all their commercial tools. It's going to give you your battery levels there when your batteries are in there. If we press and hold, you can see the different battery indicators there, and then your different power settings. You've got 4 different power settings with this particular unit there. So you can have it all the way down to battery saving mode, to full power if you're doing, you know, really wet, heavy type leaf cleanups. And then it's got a handy little cruise control button here on the side, where whichever power setting you have this set to, you can then just press the cruise control button, and it's going to be able to operate without you pulling the trigger on the bottom there. So very, very cool and handy feature. So the other nice thing about this backpack blower, besides that little hook there to keep the tube out of the way when you're not using it, is that it has a chest strap to go across the chest to make managing the weight of the unit easier, as well as a waist strap as well. So very easy to use this unit for extended periods of time without it flopping around on your back. Also has a quick release on the handle here, and allows you to slide that back and forth to whatever the operator's arm length is for maximum comfortability. So another very well thought out feature. So next up is the commercial string trimmer, as well as their blade edger. These two tools are very similar, as you'd expect, with a couple of little differences, of course. On the string trimmer, you get a standard D handle style handle. On the blade edger, you get a standard Y or triangle shaped handle, like you'd find on other commercial grade stick edgers. The string trimmer has a easy load feature, very similar to a speed feed style head, where you line up the triangles, feed the string all the way through, and then just wind it up very easily. It's got a nice small guard on it, not a massive one, so I really like that feature as well. I definitely am a person that runs guards on all of my trimmers, so I like the fact that it's just small and you know, gives you that added protection without being overbearing. Of course, on the blade edger, you've got the whole blade edger apparatus there with the guard and the rubber flap along the bottom. On the operator side here, very similar. Both of them have little optional loops here if you want to get a shoulder strap for it that they sell optionally. And then they both feature the same operator controls here, with the same nice little screen there to see. So if we press down on the power button there, you're going to see it's going to give you your battery power level, and then your different power settings that you can control by adding less or more power. On these units, they both feature 3 power levels. So the lowest level obviously is going to give you greater run times, and then the highest level obviously is going to give you the maximum power, but sacrifice a little bit of battery run time with that. As with all Cress commercial tools, they're all brushless motors with all of them, so you're going to get a lot of efficiency from your batteries and a ton of power. So with these tuning units, you're going to have the power that's equivalent to a 30cc 2-stroke gas engine, so plenty of power to get you in through the toughest jobs that you're going to encounter with a string trimmer or a blade edger. So absolutely fantastic. Okay, last but not least is the Kress handheld blower. So this is the only tool in the set that I got that is not part of their commercial line. But I specifically wanted a handheld blower. I use a handheld blower every day. I find them to be the most efficient for the types of jobs that I'm doing when I'm just doing lawn mowing jobs, and it's just the grass clippings from edging and trimming and stuff that I'm having to clear off of patios and sidewalks on the small properties that I do. So I specifically wanted to try it. Again, this is part of their prosumer line. And again, absolutely looks like a fantastic unit, boasting 850 CFM. So it's definitely going to be the most powerful handheld blower that I've ever tried. So it's got a bunch of little handy features, of course, along with the normal trigger. You're going to find 3 different power settings. So everything from being turned off to 1, 2, and 3 for the power settings, and they're kind of infinite in between. You've got a turbo button that you can hit to get that extra, oomph to get sort of stubborn debris blown out of the way. Again, a large intake on the side there to provide plenty of airflow to the fan. And then another neat little feature that I haven't seen is an adjustable length on the actual nozzle itself here. So there's a quick little button here that you can release, and you can see here on the side the sticker says for a higher volume you want that tip there to be all the way forward, but if you want more airspeed, then you can pull that back and sort of have a stubbier nozzle. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. I've already released the button there. So yeah, you can see you can pull it all the way back to that point. There's some guards there that kind of stop where it's going to end, but you'll have a shorter length on it that's supposed to give you a higher speed. And then if you need more air volume, you can slide that out and have that higher air volume too. Also would be very handy for different size people, as well as for storage constraints. If you've got or want to tuck this in, say the back of your truck or something like that, might be a handy feature to have that adjustable nozzle on it. So looking forward to testing out this unit as well. Again, this unit comes with a brushless motor, a 5 amp hour battery, and a charger. So the other standout feature on all of this Cress commercial equipment is that it's all rated IPX4, which means for me, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, where we get a lot of rain for most of the year, there's absolutely no issue with me using this battery operated equipment out in the rain, which is absolutely a game changer for me. Over the past few years, I have been experimenting with battery powered equipment. I've fully switched over to using trimmers and blowers battery powered, but the rain has always been an issue because the tools I've been using have not been rated for using in weather. They all have the little rain cloud sticker with the X going through it. So I've always had to switch back to gas on those rainy days here in the Pacific Northwest, where now with the Cress I'll be able to go fully to using battery powered equipment even in the wettest days. So absolutely fantastic. Okay, so that's the brief overview on the Cress commercial line of equipment. All that's left now is to take this stuff out on my own yard here and put it through its inaugural mowing, use it for the first time, and then this stuff will be all ready to go in my lawn care business on a daily basis. So let's go get that mow done. Tons of power. I think the low speed is all I need. Tons of power. Solid feeling. Good weight to it. Let's try the mower. Okay, so the height adjustment system on this unit is the front and rear are independent of each other. There's a single point height adjustment for the rear, so it adjusts both wheels at the same time, and same with the front. Super simple to do. You just go into the different tabs. There's a 1 indicating 1 inch, a 2 for 2 inch, 3 for 3 inch, and then the various spots in between. I like setting my height at 2.5 inches, so I'm going to set that on the front. It's the same, all the same little notches there with the 1, the 2, all clearly marked. So you press the little tab there and you can see it's doing both wheels at the same time. Super simple, no struggle, very easy to adjust the height to where you want it. I've got mine set at 2.5 inches. Have my battery in there. Again, the height on the handle is adjustable, 3 different points. Just pull the little tabs there and you can put the handle in a storage position all the way forward. You can put it in sort of a space saving size right there, and then depending on who's operating, you got 3 different heights that you can put. So if you're taller, you can have it on the highest. I'm pretty short, so I'm gonna put it on the very lowest setting. There you have your blade clutch sort of system to start the blades to going. You've got your self-propel bail at the bottom, a power button to turn the unit on, a power switch to select the 2 different power levels, a start button, and then your self-propel speed you can adjust with the lever here. So we'll turn the unit on. Okay, so one of the things I want to check is that self-propel system. So does the self-propel work on its own without the blades going? There you go, yes it does. And does it lock up the wheels when you go put it in reverse? No, it doesn't, so that's awesome. And I can pull it back right away, so huge bonus there. clip-ins there, pretty fine. No clogs or anything. Not too bad. So all that's left is to blow it off. So let me grab the blower and we'll clean up. Okay. So obviously a bit of overkill for a blower for what I've done here today. In terms of cleaning it, the handheld blower would be sufficient, but I know you guys want to take a look at it and see what it sounds like and all that. So we'll put it on. I've got the big 11 amp hour battery on it over one of my shoulders. Again, what I like about this unit is the chest strap as well as the waist strap. Really hold that weight and manage it a lot easier than say the Echo 9010 that just has the shoulder straps and would always sag off my shoulders. So for this unit, it's got the indicator there. We'll just press the power button, see everything coming on. Press the trigger lightly. Obviously it's variable speed. You can adjust your different power settings there. So that's going to indicate your maximum power if you've got your trigger fully pulled. So that's on the lowest setting. The next one up, you can see the bit of the kickback coming off the tube. Third setting. And then the highest setting. And then of course it's got that cruise control button. So if we turn it on, and it's going to keep continuously running on whatever power setting you have there. Tons of power, just like a gas backpack blower. See all those heavy pine cones? So it's got that adjustable handle as well, so you can use that quick release and then slide the handle forward or back depending on the length of your arm and what you find the most comfortable. Lock it in place and away you go. A lot of well thought out features on this particular unit. So there you have it, Lawn Care Nation. That is the first look and use of the Cress commercial lineup. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this new and innovative battery technology. Also, if you're interested in Cress's commercial equipment lineup, be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll have a ton of content coming in the months ahead as I put this stuff to the test on a daily basis in my lawn care business. So that's it for this one, guys. Here's to wishing you guys all overwhelming success and freedom in your lawn care business. Bye for now.